This does not matter, and I cannot stand when I see veterans use this answer to persuade another veteran from not filing a VA disability claim, and that is pyramiding. Pyramiding does not matter, and I'm going to explain why. So if you disagree with me, just hang out till the end before you put some stupid comment below, because I'm not going to read it if you do anyways. So I've seen veterans tell others that are rated for asthma that sleep apnea is going to pyramid, and therefore sleep apnea doesn't matter, and that is really, really bad advice. We saw that a lot with GERD and IBS prior to the changes. So back to the apnea and asthma scenario. Asthma is commonly rated at 30%. So if someone has sleep apnea that is severe enough, meaning apnea episodes require treatment like a CPAP, that is 50%. And that veteran in that instance could have gotten a 50% rating above the 30%. So yes, in that instance, pyramiding doesn't matter, and that veteran should have submitted that sleep apnea claim. We saw this a lot with GERD and IBS prior to the changes. Those who had both but only claimed one, which was fine back in the day, could have taken advantage of the GERD IBS changes, which are now separate rated disabilities. Some situations would be advantageous, and some situations would not be advantageous. But filing for service connection, which is most important, it's the hardest part of the whole process, is being connected. All the increased stuff, super easy. Service connection, not so much. So someone who might be fighting for service connection 20 years ago after the fact because they only claimed GERD instead of IBS because of pyramiding this and that, it doesn't matter. So I want veterans to listen up here. Just hear me out. Veterans need to aim to be properly rated. I do not care if that means some of your conditions are pyramiding, some aren't. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's completely irrelevant to you as the veteran. I don't even care if some conditions are rated at 0%. Veterans need to aim to be properly rated because at some point in your life, those conditions may get worse. Those conditions may develop other secondary conditions and allow that route. And there are a million reasons why veterans should aim to be properly rated. And when it comes to pyramiding, something I say all the time, for veterans, it is our job to submit evidence-based claims. That's our role in the process. It's the VA's job to do VA things. So if the VA is going to pyramid this and that, let them do it. It's completely irrelevant to us as veterans. We submit evidence-based claims, and we aim to be properly rated. Another example of this is one that a veteran was talking to me, and we were going back and forth for a long period of time, at least about a year. I swear to you, this is 100% true. 100% true. I deleted my Facebook because people kept messaging me. But if I still had it, I would pull up this message. I know exactly who it is. I'm not going to say their name. They actually work at this person works at the VA too. Okay. So I swear to you, this veteran was 94%, and we were going back and forth. And it turns out they had sleep apnea and sinusitis, which were service connected. And they also had a diagnosis for rhinitis. They had the diagnosis. They rated PACT criteria. They had not just the diagnosis, but the symptoms that would have rated 10% at a minimum. And boom, that would have put them at 100%. And that's what I've recommended. Hey, submit for rhinitis. You're already there. He said, okay. And he completely ignored what I told him because someone else told this veteran that rhinitis and sinusitis are pyramiding. And to give you the fact is those conditions are not pyramiding. Okay. Someone said they were, but they're not. They're respiratory conditions that are rated separately. So, yeah, someone gave them wrong information. And that veteran was worried about the VA doing VA things instead of just submitting evidence-based claims. In this case, it was a PACT Act claim, which is super easy. So no kidding, about a year later. So we have this. I tell him to submit for rhinitis. I'm like, easy peasy. I'm not even going to worry about you anymore. Hit me back up when you're 100%, right? About a year later, this dude came back, same on Facebook Messenger, asked me the same question. And I did get irritated because I'm scrolling up of our message. And I'm like, okay, what happened here? And he told me he did not submit rhinitis because he thought, and someone told him, that sinusitis and rhinitis were pyramiding. And just to be very clear here, those are not pyramiding conditions. But even if they were, okay, let's just assume that they are, which they're not. Let's assume that they are. I still would have recommended this veteran submit rhinitis. Why? Because we aim to be properly rated. Now, that veteran is now 100% because after our second meeting, I was like, hey, dude, submit rhinitis. You're going off of wrong information. Whoever told you that is stupid. They're dumb. I mean, whatever word you want to use to describe them. They're very ignorant to the process, and they really did you a disservice. Submit rhinitis. Don't even worry about it. And now they're 100%. So yes, pyramiding does not matter to us as veterans. We aim to be properly rated. The VA does VA things, okay? Pyramiding matters to the VA. We submit evidence-based claims. If you made it to the end, please let me know and consider subscribing to this channel. I also want you to comment below if you have any conditions that the VA roped together, like mental health, maybe your IBS and GERD on the old rating schedule, or any other conditions that are rated the same. Let me know down below in the comments.